Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be doing another storytime video, of course, but I like talking, so. Anyway, so in this story, it's kind of a scary story. I was followed home by one truck, and yeah, it was creepy. So if you want to hear the story, then keep watching. Okay, so I went to Pitch Perfect 2 in theaters because Pitch Perfect's like one of my favorite movies, and I was like, I need to see Pitch Perfect 2 in theaters. Like, I need this, right? And this is back when I was still with my ex, and he took me, we went, and after we were done at the theater, he's like, hey, call your mom for a ride. I'm like, well, I'm fine walking. I'm like, if you want to call my mom for a ride, you can call my mom for a ride. And it was like the later movie, so it's like close to midnight, I'm guessing, and he's like, fine, like, whatever, and got all, like, pissy with me because I wouldn't call my mom, and I was like, are you serious? Like, you're getting mad at me? Like, I gave you my phone, you could call her if you wanted, you didn't want to, so we're walking, no big deal, right? But he was just being a jerk, so I kind of, like, walked ahead. I was like, screw, like, whatever, and then he's walking behind me, and he's just being rude. I don't know, he just not being a great guy. And so we're walking by this park, and I cut into the park to go the other way, and then he just kept going, and I'm like, okay, right? And then I come out the other side, and he's just gone. So I'm like, fine, I'll just walk home by myself, like, I don't care. And so I'm walking up the road, like, he would have been walking up this road, and here's, like, where the park is, and this is a road, and I would have been walking up this road. So there's, like, you know, and it's going to the same kind of area. So he's walking up that road or whatever, I'm walking on this road. And then there's this truck, and it comes down the road, and it slowly drives past me, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of creepy, right? So I kind of turn around, and I watch it, and it ends up turning on a side street, no big deal. So I'm like, okay. Then about 5 minutes later, a little bit up ahead of me on one of the roads that's going to be on my road, it's the same truck, and he's just sitting at that stop sign. There's no car in sight. It's like past midnight. It's really late, right? And there's no car in sight, and he's sitting there, just sitting, waiting. And I'm like walking, and I'm like, his window's down, and I'm like really creeped out by this point. So I got my phone, and I call my mom, and I'm like, okay, there's like someone following me, right? She's like, okay, stay on the phone with me. She's like, what happened? And I told her everything that happened and all that stuff. And so I stayed on the phone with her, and she's like, well, do you want to come to my house, or are you going home? My mom only lived across the street from me at this time, so I was like, you know what, I'll just go home, I don't care. And, like, me and my ex didn't even talk that night. It was just really dumb. But, so, since I was walking separately, so, anyway, back to the story. So, I get on the phone with my mom, and as soon as I get on the phone, he starts driving. And then he drives, and he turns, and he comes towards me, but he's driving so freaking slow, and he drives by me so slow. And I'm on the phone with my mom, like, okay, like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay, he's driving, like, really slow. And then as soon as he passes me, he just takes off and goes, like, normal speed or, like, a little fast, right? So it's just, like, I don't know what his intentions were. I know they weren't good because he had passed me once, made a circle around the block, and came back at me with his window down this time, like, you know? It's like, you're not just gonna sit at a stop sign when, you know what I mean? It was just like, and I was wearing a dress too. Like, it wasn't, you know, like, just casual. No, I was wearing a dress. So it's just like, I'm wearing a dress, walking home alone at midnight. Like, yeah, okay, not best plan. I wasn't planning on walking home alone, but that's what happened. But yeah, it was pretty crazy getting followed home. It's happened a few times, but this was like one of the more recent times, like whenever Pitch Perfect 2 came out to theaters is when this happened. But yeah, so, you know, don't walk home alone from the theater by yourself in a dress when it's midnight and sketchy. So yeah, but yeah, that's just one sketchy little story of mine. So if you guys kind of want other following sketchy, creepy stories like that, then let me know in the comments down below. If not, whatever. But yeah, I will talk to you guys again soon.